If you're thinking about buying a car key programmer, whether you're a professional locksmith, a mechanic expanding your services, or a serious DIY enthusiast, choosing the right tool is probably the most important investment decision you'll make for your business. The market is packed with options from pocket-sized cloners to full diagnostic workstations, and picking the wrong one could mean thousands in lost jobs or dead inventory sitting in your van. I've tested and ranked the 7 best key programmers you can buy right now, and more importantly, I'm going to help you figure out exactly which one matches your situation. All product links are in the description. Let's get into it. Starting with the Autel Maxim KM100, and if you're a mobile locksmith tired of carrying 300 different OEM key blanks, tying up thousands in dead inventory, this tool exists to solve that exact problem. With Autel's universal iKey system, you carry 20 or 30 programmable blanks and generate whatever you need on the spot. Select the vehicle on screen, verify the key image, place the blank in the coil slot, and in about 60 seconds you've got a working remote. The built-in VCI dongle stores inside the unit so you never lose it, and there's even a flashlight for finding OBD ports in dark footwells. One feature that genuinely blew me away is the built-in Toyota Smart Key simulation. In an all-keys lost scenario for Toyota or Lexus with 4D or H-chip systems, the KM100 itself acts as a master key, saving you the cost of a standalone simulator. It thrives on Asian and domestic vehicles above all, and the 868 MHz frequency for older European cars isn't where it lives. But if your bread and butter is Honda, Toyota, Nissan, and Ford remotes, this is your daily carry without question. Now, if you're coming from the mechanic side, the Launch X431 Immo Elite is a completely different animal. Picture the repair shop owner who fixes engines and transmissions all morning but wants to capture key programming revenue in the afternoon. That's exactly who this was built for. The heart of the system is the XProg 3, which connects directly to ECU pins on the workbench for raw EEPROM reading and module cloning. Say a customer rolls in with a fried transmission computer on their VW. Instead of sending them to the dealer, you source a used unit from a salvage yard, read the immobilizer data from the original, write it to the donor, and the car starts and drives. You just turned a devastating repair bill into a reasonable one. It handles VW and Audi MQB platform ECUs, DQ200 and DQ250 gearboxes, and even BMW 8 HP transmission modules. Compared to the Autel IM508S, the Launch offers significantly stronger ECU cloning, though the menus follow a mechanic's logic rather than guided key programming steps, which honestly feels more natural if you already think in diagnostic workflows. The subscription renewal uses a card system that takes a moment to learn, but once you know your tier, smooth sailing. And wait till you see this next one, because the Autel MaxiIM IM508S might be the most widely owned key programming tool on the planet. The locksmith who wants one tool that grows with their business, this is it. Out of the box with the XP200 programmer, it handles standard OBD key programming beautifully. But the software is nearly identical to Autel's flagship, so when you add the XP400 Pro adapter, you unlock Mercedes infrared keys, BMW CAS4 and FEM support, and over 3,000 chip types. You start modest and scale into a powerhouse without replacing your setup. Smart mode walks beginners through every step, while expert mode gives veterans full manual control. I took this on a mobile call for a Toyota all-keys lost job, paired it with the APB112 emulator, and what used to be a 4-hour dashboard teardown became a 15-minute high-margin job while the customer watched in disbelief. It's also rock solid on Ford parameter resets, where cheaper tools choke. Reaching full potential does require extra accessories like the XP400 Pro, G-Box 3, and APB112, and the smart move is buying them gradually as your revenue grows rather than dropping everything up front. If the IM508S is the workhorse, the Autel MaxiIM 608S2 is the thoroughbred. Mercedes, BMW, Land Rover on a regular basis, never turning away a single European job, that's the shop that needs this on the counter. A 10-inch high-res display, an octa-core processor, and 4 gigs of RAM chew through cryptographic tasks like Mercedes EIS password decryption, noticeably faster than anything else I've tested. The J2534 compliant VC lets you flash update vehicle ECUs with OEM subscriptions directly, something the IM508S simply cannot do. Picture a Mercedes W212 all keys lost scenario. The IM608S2 with the G-Box 3 calculates DAS3 system data at remarkable speed without the repetitive simulator routine older tools required. The topology mapping shows a color-coded network of every module, so if a key won't program, you instantly see whether the gateway or BCM is faulting rather than guessing for hours. The annual subscription sits at the premium tier, and here's how to think about it. One single Mercedes key job covers that cost. If European luxury vehicles are part of your regular workflow, nothing else comes close. Switching gears completely, the XHorse VVDI mini key tool looks like something you'd find in a cereal box, but do not let the size fool you. Every locksmith needs one of these, period, regardless of what other tools they own. The killer feature is ID48 96-bit chip cloning. Millions of VW, Audi, Honda, and Volvo vehicles use these encrypted transponders, and instead of risky OBD programming, the mini key tool sniffs data directly from the ignition, uploads it to the XHorse server, calculates the encryption, and writes a perfect clone. The vehicle never knows a new key was made. XHorse uses a token system but gives you a free token daily when you generate a remote, which basically subsidizes your cloning costs. It does need your phone via Bluetooth and has no OBD on its own, making it the ideal sidekick to a heavier programmer rather than a competitor. Compared to the IM608S2 at many times the cost, the Mini does something for cloning that the big tablet simply cannot replicate. Here's where things get interesting for anyone watching on a tight budget. The XHorse VVDI Key Tool Max Pro takes everything the Mini does, wraps it in a rugged Android handheld with a touchscreen, and adds a built-in OBD module. Beginner locksmith or budget-conscious pro who needs one device that clones, generates, and programs keys, all without pulling out a phone, look no further. The native CA-NFD support is phenomenal. While Autel users need an extra adapter for modern GM vehicles like the Tahoe or Escalade, the Max Pro handles them right out of the box. The workflow for add key jobs on Honda, Ford, and GM is seamless. You generate the key in the coil slot, jump to the OBD menu, and program it right there. The software trades polish for raw capability, so you might hit the occasional quirky translation or server hiccup, and battery life runs shorter than the KM100. But this much functionality in one handheld at this price tier is a game changer for someone building their first professional kit. And don't sleep on the last one, because the Autofix IM1 with the XP1 Pro might be the most underestimated tool on this entire list. Autofix is a sub-brand of Autel, and the IM1 is essentially their mid-range tablet in different packaging. The XP1 Pro unlocks Mercedes infrared keys, BMW ECU renewal, and advanced EEPROM reading at a lower entry point than mainline Autel. Think of it as a shortcut to flagship capability. The cloud integration includes remote expert sessions where a seasoned pro can walk you through a difficult job in real time. So if you're a newer locksmith staring at a Mercedes dashboard for the first time, you're not alone. Perfect if you want that high-level power on a tighter budget, though if guaranteed long-term updates are your top priority, the IM508S might edge it out, since some Autofix features require separate paid activations. So here's my honest final take. Professional locksmiths who never want to turn away a job, build around the IM608S2 or the IM508S with the XP400 Pro upgrade. Mobile techs whose money comes from speed and remote generation, the KM100 is your daily sidearm. Mechanics and repair shops get the most unique value from the launch Immo Elite because nothing else matches its ECU and transmission cloning. Budget beginners who need one device that does everything start with the Key Tool Max Pro. Every locksmith, regardless of level, needs a mini key tool for cloning, non-negotiable. And if you want flagship power without the flagship investment, the Autofix IM1 is your wild card. The smartest pros run one Autel tablet for OBD work and one XHorse tool for cloning and frequency testing. That combo covers virtually everything. Links are in the description. If this helped, hit subscribe. See you in the next one.